you get to the final games of the season. Is it hard to be motivated to finish out the season? Yeah, it is, and I've been there as a coach and as a player. So I won't. I mean, tonight is it's kind of bittersweet. As tough as this season has been, I really enjoy coming to work every day. As crazy as that may sound, I really enjoy coming to work every day because these guys made it that way. They stayed focused and they stayed the course. When I took over, and I told them I would, I would make demands on them, and I expect them to play hard, and for the most part they did that. But watching Channing go out the way he did, that'll be more memorable than anything probably.
Larry Drew, of course, the interesting part of that whole thing when he took over from Ty Lue, how do you know what your marching orders are? Win as many games as you can, get into the playoffs, develop certain players. What do you think he was told to do, or do you think he just decided on his own?
Until Kevin Love got hurt, I think the marching orders were make the playoffs. Let's see what we can do. Let's make the playoffs. Then after Kevin got hurt, I think they said, let's back off on all this. We still have that draft pick we want to protect to make sure that we've got it so Atlanta doesn't get it. I really think that his job drastically changed all based on Kevin Love.
All right, so do you think that Kobe Altman had constant meetings with him to say, you got to play so-and-so because we got to see what he can do? Do you think he'd hear from Dan Gilbert? And my guess is he didn't hear from Dan Gilbert at all.
I don't think this was a big Dan Gilbert year. Now, Dan might have been talking to Kobe. But as well as I do, Dan's not going to keep his hands off. He's not.
Right.
And he's going to say, but I don't think he's going to, I don't think he's as hands-on as people think he is. Like, I think he's going to let Kobe do what Kobe needs to do as long as it mirrors what he was probably thinking.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. But I saw him, I'm going to say 6 weeks ago, he's sitting behind the
Kobe?
No, Dan.
Okay.
Dan Gilbert. And he was sitting at his seats, 3-4 rows back. And Cavs made a good play to take the lead late in the game, and he stood up and Fox had it. He's standing up cheering like he really wanted to win. Now, you would think he'd be a little more calm about it, but that didn't look like a guy who wanted to tank a season.
So his very first game that he bought the Cavaliers, I was doing sidelines. And I remember walking up to him and saying, "Hey, Mr. Gilbert, how are you? Nice to meet you. I'm your sideline guy for Fox." And they had like a 15-point lead at that point, and I think it had trickled back to 7. And he's like, "I'm doing okay, but I got to tell you, if we give up this 15-point lead, I'm not going to be very happy about it."
Wow.
This was the first night I met him.
I thought he was going to throw you out of there for even suggesting.
No. I was looking down on him, so it was okay. No, I'm just kidding. I just, I don't know what to think about Dan Gilbert some days. I really don't.
I don't either.
I know that he's been, I believe he's been good for the community. I think he's been good for the financial health and of the city. I think he thinks out of the box, and he's been a forward thinker as far as pushing things in the city of Cleveland. I also think that he's the guy you want to own the team when it comes to money. How much money did he burn just on luxury tax?
But he bought a championship. He got a championship out of it.
Okay.
Which nobody's done since 1964.
Right.